Hi. Rhythm games are a different type of entity. I mean, we all have that one cousin.
Rhythm Heaven. Some of the best games to come out of Nintendo. These games are so satisfying when you hit a beat, especially when you get perfects, and even more satisfying when you hit a beat in the remixes. For those who don't know, Rhythm Heaven is a rhythm game. Crazy, I know. The Rhythm Heaven series had started on the DS in North America. However, in Japan, the first game started on the GBA, called Rhythm Tengoku. And I'm kind of going off script here, but I really love Rhythm Heaven and would definitely love to try the other games today. I mean, especially Fever, but yeah, no. Oh my gosh. I know I'm a collector, but I mean, this is a bit much. The game in this series I'm actually taking a look at is Heaven Megamix, the newest entry to date.
Hopefully I'm not bad at this game.
Megamix is a very interesting game in the series, considering it didn't even come with a physical copy, unless you live in Europe. This is one of those games where I really wish it had a physical copy, but it doesn't. However, for us Americans, it released on the Nintendo eShop. Get it soon!
It won't be here for too long.
Anyway, let's talk about the story. The story in this game is actually pretty simple. A bear thingy, honestly I don't know what Tibi is. This little bear dog falls from the sky, hitting a tree, and making you become a slave so he can get back home. Anyhow, to get him back home, you'll have to open up these gates by getting the rhythm back in each gate. This gameplay actually works quite well, as you can play a couple rhythm games and come back later. When you do clear a gate, the person or animal will open the gate, leading to the next. After every other game, there will be 3 guards to get past. I like these guys, they have lots of personality, maybe they scam you, but I like it. And these mini games, man, they can be really hard. The coin flip one was really hard, as you have to get really good at timing. I mean, specifically for me. Near the end of the game, you do your first remix. I find this to be odd considering how remixes were in a different format in other Rhythm Heaven games. When the remix is over, Tibi is getting ready to leave when he falls to his death, and the credits roll. Serves you right. No, actually, Tibi is still alive. Hooray. The reason why you can't go back to Heaven World is because all the other totems do not have rhythm. The next part is kind of hard, as you either have to learn new minigames or do a second part to a minigame you've done previously, with all the totems wrapping up with a remix. Honestly, as hard as this part of the game is, it's probably my favorite part. I'll explain why later. Now as the game wraps up, the totems have their rhythm back, and Tibi goes back home. Just kidding, he asks you if you want to come back to be a slave again. Well, Tibi, life ain't fair, you little... Just to get this out of the way, I really do like Rhythm Heaven Megamix. I just really hate Tibi. That's it.
Yeah, there's more to this game. Story-wise, it's basically the same, but in Heaven World. The minigames here are nevertheless really hard, but nonetheless, what about this minigame?
The minigames in Rhythm Heaven are pretty fun, and like I said earlier, some of them can be really challenging. Yet the challenge of it makes it all better once you can hit those beats, and it is really satisfying. Some of these minigames are minigames from past games. What I find interesting about the minigames is that you play them in a different way. In a more simple way, but they still could have done the same things they did for the DS game onto the 3DS, though I'm glad they didn't. However, if I had one complaint about the minigames, it's how they're laid out. The first few minigames are totally fine. I mean, it might be illegal to put Karate Joe in anything other than first. But then you get further into the game, and some of the hard ones will be in the middle, and some of the easy ones will be near the end. It could be just me when I say that. Maybe I'm just bad at these minigames. Still, if you are new to this game like I was, you will still have a good time.
Unless you have no rhythm.
This game was really fun, and I'm sad there's not another entry on the Switch. The Switch has a lot of rhythm games on it already, so it would be almost perfect to put Rhythm Heaven on there. I'm even more sad that this game didn't get a physical release, and it's stuck on the eShop, soon to be closing.
Well, I had lots of fun in this game. I might come back to it soon. Are you freaking kidding me? He's back for the 3rd time!